Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Each year when the football sectional brackets come out, we here at the Region Sports Network receive lots of questions about where different championship games would be held, depending on the teams that make it to that final game. To answer all of your questions at once, we put together the Region Sports Network Tournament Tutorial video series that covers every sectional scenario for each team, no matter if they are the longest of long shots or the heavy favorites. Before we get started, let's cover the basic sectional advancement rules. In the semifinal round, if one of the teams does not host their opening round game, they would host the semifinal matchup. However, if both teams host or go on the road, the team further down the bracket is the host. The host site for the sectional championship is determined by which team played more road games in the first two rounds. If both teams played the same amount of road games, the team on the bottom half of the bracket would be the host. Class 3A sectional number 25 is different from all the other local sectionals as it features only 7 teams, and this layout will more than likely only be a one-year setup. In the past, Lew Wallace, which is now closed, was a member of this sectional, and next year Hanover Central will be tournament eligible and placed in this grouping. With 7 teams, one school gets a bye, leaving 3 opening round games, including Roosevelt at Calumet, John Glenn at Mishawaka-Marion, and Hammond High at Andrean. The winner of the Calumet-Roosevelt game will automatically host Knox, who got the bye, in the semifinal round. While that's good news for fans of the Warriors, in that they won't have to make a far drive should Calumet get past Roosevelt, it guarantees that they will go on the road for a sectional championship appearance, as there are no scenarios in which they host the final game, since they are on the top of the bracket and have 2 home games. Roosevelt could host the sectional championship at Leonard Douglas Stadium, should they advance that far, but only if their opponent is Andrean, who goes through Hammond High and Mishawaka-Marion to get there. Any other opponent, or if Andrean plays John Glenn in the semifinals, then the Panthers go on the road for the championship because of home-road tiebreakers. In the bottom of the bracket, Hammond High will host a semifinal matchup if they pull off the upset over Andrean, no matter who wins the Glenn-Mishawaka-Marion game. Andrean would host Mishawaka-Marion, or they would go to Glenn for their semifinal game. In the final round, Hammond High, Glenn, or Mishawaka-Marion are guaranteed to host the sectional championship should they make it that far, no matter what team comes out of the top half of the bracket, because they will each play a minimum of 1 road game. If Andrean beats Mishawaka-Marion in the semifinals, they would go on the road for the championship because they would have 0 road games unless Calumet is the opponent. If the 59ers get there by beating Glenn in the second round, they are guaranteed to host the championship as well because they have 1 road game, same as any team that comes out of the top half of the bracket. Those are all of the advancement scenarios for Class 3A sectional number 25, and this has been the Region Sports Network Tournament Tutorial right here on regionsports.com. Stay logged on for more coverage of the 2014 Football State Tournament. Region Sports Network, the only game in town.